Okay, so first of all, if you haven't seen the Hello Neighbor Halloween trailer, you have got to stop and watch that now. I've put a link to it in the description. Definitely check that out before watching this video because it is so hyped. Just remember to come back because I'm going to share with you some juicy Hello Neighbor information and some theories for you that you will not want to miss. So make sure you watch all the way through. Hey yo, Prodigies, Prod Charles here, and the hype is real for Halloween in Hello Neighbor. tinyBuild has just released a trailer teasing Hello Neighbor, and it has a very interesting surprise for us, which I think hints towards the modding for the game. So if you didn't take my recommendation and watch the trailer at the beginning of the video, basically, it shows a montage of really beautiful scenes in the game. Very action-packed, very fast, very hectic, and also pretty darn creepy. Just like when playing the game, we can see a lot of situations where the neighbor pigeonholes the player, and it is super horrifying. There's also some epic music playing in the background, really adds to the cinematics. I love it. I'm sure if you're a Hello Neighbor fan, you will love it too. And here's my second call out, the link's in the description. Go check that out if you haven't already. Now, the meat and potatoes of this trailer lasts for less than half a second, but boy is it juicy. Right after we see the Hello Neighbor pre-order information showing the website and that you can get it on Steam, tinyBuild opens up to a scene where the neighbor is walking around to some funky music. It's definitely a funny little addition. It zooms in and changes angle on different parts of the neighbor. It's super hilarious. I'm not going to include the clip in this video because I'm a bit scared of copyright, but again, the link is in the description. It's really cool that he's introduced a bit of humor here, really funny. I really enjoyed it, but what was even more enjoyable, Prodigies, is that when this blooper clip finishes, we get to see a single frame of what looks to be, wait for it, a Bendy and the Ink Machine mod for Hello Neighbor. Holy cow. As if Hello Neighbor wasn't scary enough, imagine the neighbor chasing you through Joey Drew's cartoon studio. In the screenshot, we can see a picture of what looks like a neighbor about to chase down the player, absolutely demolish them. I don't know why the heck the neighbor's chasing the player through the studio, maybe the player stole the neighbor's ink or something, but this is so creepy and cool at the same time. The neighbor looks really aggressive. We can see in the environment that the bendy spawn textures appear, so for those who may not be aware, in Chapter 3, a new visual effect was added whenever Bendy would appear. So music would start playing and then you'd see these shadows undulating across the walls and the floors, and it would make you creeped the heck out. I am so hyped because I know that tinyBuild has been pushing towards encouraging people to make mods for the game, and if this is actually a legit mod that makes it into the next iteration of Hello Neighbor, I am gonna be so excited. I just feel like covering some Hello Neighbor videos now. Thumbs up if you'd like that. But this is just overall insane, intense, and incredible. I cannot wait for this next version of Hello Neighbor. And if anyone has any doubts about this, then just check the top right corner, please. Just check that. What does that say? What? I think that says Level K, one of the levels in Bendy and the Ink Machine. Everything is yellow and black except for the neighbor. I think this is clearly a Bendy and the Ink Machine mod. I do have to say a big thank you to this Twitter prodigy for pointing this out to me, and good luck to any of you who will go to the trailer, which is in the description, and try and get this frame, because it is so hard to pinpoint. I had to press my space bar on my keyboard a million times. Even though they sent me a screenshot, I just wanted a little better quality screenshot, and boy was that hard to get. So good luck, especially if you're on a mobile device. I mean, rest in peace. Prodigies, what do you think about this trailer? On the story side of things, I thought it was really interesting that the beginning of the trailer showed a boy running. We can clearly see some slightly skinny legs. They look like they actually belong to the protagonist of the game, and it looks like they're running down the road away from the neighbor, which is really interesting because in the background we can see some missing posters there. As you may have known, if you're a big fan of Hello Neighbor, these missing posters have caused a lot of discussion. Who are the children in these ads, if they even are children? Are they perhaps the characters that the neighbor locks away at the beginning of the game? Are they the ones screaming their heads off at us? It really seems so. But as for this child that runs down the road, I'm not 100% sure, because it really resembles the player character to me. I can totally imagine a younger version of the protagonist being this character. Perhaps it's the protagonist in a younger form. We can see that it zooms into a basketball, so maybe that basketball belonged to the character as a child. The child may have thrown the basketball in the wrong direction or something, by accident of course, and then the neighbor went completely crazy and chased after him. Maybe the neighbor is the protagonist's son. which would be very interesting. It would lead into other clues that we've seen in previous versions of Hello Neighbor, where in just the last iteration of Hello Neighbor, there was a portrait there showing what looks like the neighbor with the protagonist sitting on the porch with the neighbor there. Everything points towards the neighbor being related to the player. Whether they are blood related or maybe there's some sort of adoption going on, I'm supposing that's something that we will discover more about in the next chapter, but that still leaves the second mysterious missing person. Who could that be? Maybe that is the person that we hear screaming when the neighbor shuts that basement door and locks it. Maybe it's our purpose to go and find this missing person so that we can rescue them. It could even be that that missing person is the mysterious shadow character that we see when we get access to the basement and start exploring a lot more. This is just so hyped. I am really excited about it because I think compared to all of the other trailers and all of the other updates, we're starting to see stronger clues towards a story developing in Hello Neighbor. And we're starting to see this more and more. It's not just looking at a portrait and making guesses, it's actual cutscenes hinting towards the story, and that is what excites me about this trailer. What do you think? Let me know in the comments and then check out these videos that were picked just for you. Take a look and get hooked, and if you're new, tap my face to subscribe and tap that bell for more cool and interesting horror game videos. And Prodigies, I hope that these videos help to expand on how you think. See ya!